إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم ولا علم إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم. قل رب زدني علما. قال الإمام النووي رحمه الله تعالى ونفعنا بعلومه في الدارين. قال العاشر عنه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: بينما رجل يمشي بطريق اشتد عليه العطش فوجد بئرا فنزل فيها فشرب، ثم خرج فإذا كلب يلهث يأكل الثرى من العطش، فقال الرجل: قد بلغ هذا الكلب من العطش مثل الذي كان قد بلغ مني. فنزل البئر فملأ خفه ماء، ثم أمسك بفيه حتى رقي فسقى الكلب، فشكر الله له فغفر له. فقالوا: يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إننا في البهائم أجرا؟ فقال: في كل كبر رطب أجر. متفق عليه. وفي رواية للبخاري: فشكر الله له فغفر له فأدخله الجنة. وفي رواية لهما: بينما كلب يطيف بركية قد كاد يقتله العطش إذا رأته بغي من بغايا بني إسرائيل فنزعت موقها فاستقت له به فسقته فغفر لها. Allahu Akbar. So continuing with the numerous ways and virtually unlimited ways to earn rewards in pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by various means and ways. So in this very amazing hadith, Nabi alayhi salatu mentions that there was a fellow and he was walking, and in his way he became extremely thirsty. So while being very thirsty, he found a well. So he got down to the well, took out some water, and he started drinking. And then he noticed that there was a dog who was also, breathing heavily, and he was also showing signs of extreme thirst. So he said, this dog is feeling thirst just like I'm feeling. So what he did was he climbed down into the well, which was very difficult, and he actually took his khuf, the leather sock, and he kept it in his mouth because he was holding, going into the well, and with all this difficulty he went in and got that, khuf, that sock, filled with water, and carrying it in his mouth, he climbed with difficulty up to the top of the well and then gave water to that dog. You see? And he mentions, Nabi alayhi salatu that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appreciated that action so much so that he forgave his sins. In another riwayat, he actually entered him into paradise simply for that kindness to the dog. Even more astounding, there was a similar narration about a prostitute from Bani Israel, and even though she was of that, with that type of portfolio, so she also had a similar situation where she was also, was in thirst, and she found that this dog was eating the dirt out of severe thirst. So she similarly took off her sock or her khuf and took out that water and gave that water to the dog, and similarly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala excused her despite the fact that she was engaged with what she was engaged in. So we see that kindness to even animals that we would otherwise consider unclean. So if kindness to animals gets us that position, what about kindness to fellow human beings, our neighbors, our relatives, etc., and our family members? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and all of us tawfiq. Ameen thumma ameen wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.